What if Blake Lively is innocent? Okay. Here's the story. Here's the background. If you don't know everything about what's going on with the Blake Lively situation, go watch my video before this one, okay? Now, this is for you that know what's going on. Okay, so Blake, here she is. She gets a role. Her baby's 4 months old. She's on set. And she's really enjoying the energy. She's really enjoying the vibe. And she's like, you know what? I like this guy, Justin Baldoni. He seems like he really has a good hand on controversial topics such as DV, domestic V. She's thinking, he's so nice. Oh my gosh, really sweet. He's looking out for me. And he's also letting me do a role with a 4-month-old baby on set. That's pretty awesome. Okay. So, and she was breastfeeding her baby on set. So then, they start getting to know each other a little bit more. And then he's like, hey, what are you up to? And she's like, I'm just pumping my baby. Come on into my trailer. We can go over our lines. And so now that text that she sent to him has gone viral. Everyone's saying, oh, Blake invited him into her trailer. But what if that was only one time? What if she said to him at that moment, you can come on in, and then after that, he just took it for granted that he can go in her trailer at any time when she's just pumping? Maybe she was in her trailer pumping and having a little nap, and he walked in. So we don't know how many times he actually went in her room without an invite, thinking that it was okay because she's just in her room pumping. Okay, so now let's look at the next situation. She said that he was kissing her off script. Now, I'm the first one to say, sometimes off script and a candid kiss is probably the best thing you can catch on camera. It's sometimes the best thing because people are just in their element. The camera's not on, or it's on, they're filming, but they're not being like, the lights, camera, action, so sometimes you want to get some candid out shots, and maybe that's what he was doing. I'm the first one to say that. But then there is the dancing scene. And the dancing scene, he goes back into character and he goes, I don't like it when a man that I'm not into does that. I can't stand it. And it just tells me that he's a little horny, hungry, And he did that. He was like, getting back into her. And she, the whole time, was trying to control that role. She was, that scene. She's like, no, don't give it to him, because he's trying to kiss her the whole time. And she's like, no, don't give it to them. So now let's look at it. Was she really sick and tired at this moment? Like, was she really like, no, stop trying to kiss me. It's not on the script. Enough is enough. I have a baby I gotta go pump. My breasts are getting hard. I have a husband at home. This is feeling icky. You're making horny sounds, and I don't want any part of it. Could it be that? Well, there are other things that, kind of go against that too. Because she also did a video way before this movie saying that she'll say yes to a film, but with the intention that when she gets on set, she wants to have some type of involvement in the wardrobe and the script and a heck of a lot of other things. Watch my other video. I put that video of her saying that in that video. And it kind of makes her look guilty. Not kinda, a lot. It makes her seem like she tried to bamboozle Justin. Because eventually, that's how it started to look. Now, did she really turn the whole entire cast against Justin Baldoni? Did she have the power to do that? I don't know. She's saying that now he touched her on her butt. She's also saying that, he was inappropriate. Now, what if she is innocent? What if he really was doing all of this? And what if she really was trying to get onto the film a lot more? Just because she's trying to get on the film a lot more doesn't take away the fact that he could have been doing some things behind the scenes. We don't know. This is a man who had a porn addiction. This is a man who has gotten past a lot in his life, admittedly so. This is a man who does a lot of apologizing for his past behaviors. And not only that, his own acting representation fired him and called him Baloney. Baloney, that's what they called him. Ari Emanuel fired him and said, sorry, we're letting you go. You're full of baloney. Like, I believe Blake. I believe Ryan. I believe that these two are innocent. I believe that what they're saying is true, and I don't believe you. And he fired Justin Baldoni. He let him go. The talent. He's like, bye-bye. Now, it'll all come out in the wash why Ari Emanuel did that. But Ari Emanuel runs one of the biggest agencies in Hollywood. And so he must feel he has merit. Maybe he has seen a whole bunch of behind the scene things that a lot of us are not seeing. But this is going down. They are going to court. March 2026. Justin Baldoni is countersuing Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds for $400 million. And wow, he must feel like he has merit. Not only that, it is getting crazy right now. The updates are in my other video, but I just want to continue to talk about women in Hollywood. What if she really is innocent? What if she really does have receipts at the end of it all, saying he is a creep? He should not have been doing those things on set, smelling my hair, telling me that I'm hot, and all of these things he is clapping back and he's denying, and he has proof of it, he says, right? He's saying, no, I said her outfit is going to be hot. She's not hot. Her outfit will be hot if she wears a onesie, a full piece outfit. She's going to be hot, right? And Blake is saying that he said, oh, she's going to look hot. But he's like, no, she's going to be hot. So these are the things that we're playing with right now. Like, what is what? These are things that are going to come out. Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? Who is bringing out the innocence? Who's bringing out the guilt? It is so double-sided. This is the stuff that movies are made of. Right now, Blake is about to enter another movie promotion with Another Simple Favor. It's this part 2. It's a sequel. So I guess this is something that we're just going to have to watch, and it may not be a train wreck for Blake Lively if she can prove these things. If she can prove that he was trying to smear her, if she can prove that there are a lot of questionable actions on set, like him coming back in and going, You guys got to watch that one. Oh my gosh. And it's so gross. It really is. Like, it's sick. I've had guys do that to me before too. You know, like just the other day at the Super Bowl, I was at the Super Bowl and a guy came and he whispered in my ear and he's like, look at you, girl. You're looking good. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he's like, I can eat you up. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm not attracted to him. Right? And he smells like cigarette and beer. And, you know, I mean, I wouldn't mind if he smelled like weed and leather if I liked him, you know, but he just was not my type. And he was pushing himself on me. And I was just like, okay, whatever. And I just dealt with it. But when you are on a set and you are working constantly with this person and you are showing your half nude body and you have to kiss them and you have to hug them and you have to play a role of a wife and a girlfriend or whatever, and you become vulnerable, yes, there is the cut off where you want to say, okay, wait, that wasn't in the script. I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed. I feel like you're going in for the kiss too long. I feel like you're going in for the kiss too much. I feel like you're touching me when you're not supposed to. He touched her butt, apparently, and she told Sony. But Sony is saying that there were no reports of harassment on set. Now, were there no, main professional points? Maybe she was just throwing in a few things and she can prove that she was talking to Sony or someone at Sony. But there are no HR complaints, human resources complaints per se. Maybe there are and they have to bring them out. But does Blake Lively have a point? She has a husband, 4-month-old baby, feeling a little bit like, At first, she was getting along. At first, most people from the receipts were like, maybe these two had some type of a romance blooming. And I also did think there was something brewing because, in my opinion, at first, I was like, is Ryan Reynolds behind all of this? Is he? Because is he just the jealous boyfriend? The jealous husband? And then I'm thinking about it. Well, maybe not. Maybe he too feels he has merit. Maybe Blake really was going home saying, ew, he's touching me too much. Like, I don't like it how he's touching me. He's kissing me too long. The love scenes are too much. I was on set half nude during the birthing period of the movie because she has a baby on set. And they just left me there half naked and didn't even cover me up. So these are things now that are coming out. And in a world where Blake may be innocent, that means that she's lost her best friend's support. Doesn't mean that her best friend has left her. Taylor Swift has a whole career on her own, and she could have just left the mess by saying, listen, I'm not a dragon. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I'm outie. 5,000, she could just be saying, like, don't involve me. I'm still your friend, but until this lawsuit is kaput, I can't be seen with you, Blake. And that's pretty much that. Her career is really important to her. Taylor Swift's career is more important to her than her friendship. And not only that, Taylor Swift, for some reason, is taking a hit because they booed her at Super Bowl. During the whole entire stadium, they put the camera on her and they booed her, the fans. And she was like, what's going on? She was so shocked, so surprised. Of course, she had to get over it. Her maybe future husband's team lost and they just went probably and kissed each other's wounds, whatever. But at the end of the day, if Blake is innocent, then she's dealing with this like a superstar. She has a brand new movie coming out, like I said. And not only that, her brand new movie, Another Simple Favor, is something that she's going to be promoting. She just went out with her husband to Chappelle's 60th birthday. She went to SNL as well. So there's a lot happening. She's making face. She's going out there. She's showing the public that she's still a human being and that she feels like, yes, there's a lot that she did that is questionable during the filming, like trying to get a producer credit, like trying to rewrite the script, like moving the wardrobe over budget by $430,000, almost $1 million, dressing the character in clothing that the original character would not dress in, doing things that were very unorthodox on set. Also trying to extort Justin Baldoni, as he is saying in his lawsuit, and now trying to defame him with this article that she had written about him in the New York Times, and a lot is going on. So initially she filed a grievance lawsuit on December 20th, 2024. Now, a lot of people are saying, why wouldn't she just go right all out and sue him and say what he did? Now, if she's innocent, why wouldn't she do that? I know a lot of people who are innocent and they convince themselves to not do it because they're like, am I going too far? Am I the asshole? And that's something that she often asks herself anyway. Is she the one that's the asshole? She could be saying like, oh my gosh, like, will people just be like, well, he didn't SA you, he only SH'd you. You didn't have to go all the way and sue him. You're richer than him. This guy's only worth $3 million. Your husband is worth $600 million. What's your problem? Why are you only talking about it now? Why didn't you stopped production. Why didn't you talk about it before? Instead of talking about your booze and your hairline post-production and doing the promotion of the video. Why didn't you talk about it then? Why are you only talking about it now when you feel that your own fans are turning against you after you did your interviews and people are like, you're very insensitive? Why are you only going to file a grievance lawsuit and nothing more? People have questions. People are looking at her like, you handled this whole situation wrongly. You handled this situation like backwards. If you are innocent, you sure are not acting it. But what does innocent look like? How about Lily, the character who played the younger Lily? So that is the role that Blake was hired to play. Lily. She was in the movie It Ends With Us. And the husband was Ryle, who was Justin Baldoni. Okay, so now there was a younger Lily, and that was Isabella, a younger actor who's done a lot of, her own acting, but this was her first feature film. So she was all excited and she went on set and, just loved it. But then she is now saying that Justin asked her some very inappropriate questions that made her feel uncomfortable. Yet, she went on to do some interviews saying, oh, the set was great. The set was comfortable. It was wonderful. She felt like it was family. She felt like it was a safe space. And, Justin Baldoni was such a great guy. Now, when did these claims that he asked her inappropriate questions come about? Was it way after when her and Blake started to talk? Because they didn't really meet during filming. So her filming was all done. Now, did they get to talking and did Blake ask her, what was your experience with Baldoni? Did he behave in any way at all that was inappropriate? And she probably said, well, he did ask some inappropriate questions, come to think of it. Yeah. I mean, set was great and I got past those questions. I didn't make anything of it because they were inappropriate, but it is Hollywood. And he asked me some uncomfortable questions. But the girl's not underage. She's in her 20s, right? And so she handled the situation as best she could, as best as most people do in Hollywood when they're on set and taken advantage of. They're quiet and they say, oh, set was perfect. But then when given the opportunity to speak the truth, sometimes they do want to say, hey, yeah, this was very inappropriate. That was not a really cool question he asked me. I could see if he was doing this to you and that to you, Blake, because I could see little underlying things happening with me on set as well, but not to that degree. Like there could be something that we are all missing that Justin Baldoni is going to have to explain. He has some explaining to do if he touches her butt on set, touches Blake Lively's butt on set, and Blake is like, whoa, that's inappropriate. And he's like, don't worry, I'm hot for my wife. Like that's not a good comeback. You just say, oh my gosh, no, my hand swiped you by accident, I'm sorry. So there is a lot that I believe is still unfounded, still coming out. There are a lot of things that Blake brought out during the weekend, or Blake allegedly brought out during the weekend. But recently, it has been rumored that she's going to revise her lawsuit. She doesn't have a lot of supporters right now from the film. She does have a lot of people talking and a lot of people talking that don't have anything to do with that. But the people who are from the camp of the film are all being quiet. Even the writer is being quiet. The original book writer is being quiet, Colleen. People are not saying much. No one's sticking up for her, and no one is really sticking up for Baldoni. So A lot's going to come out soon. Just like the Diddy trial, people are keeping quiet. The main players are keeping quiet. So we have to really see, what if Blake is innocent? Justin Baldoni, you got a lot of explaining to do then. But at the same time, he is clapping back with a $400 million lawsuit against her and also against Ryan Reynolds. So he must feel that he has merit to do that. I'm just supposing in this video. Really looking forward to your comments down below. Playing a little bit of the devil's advocate in this video, because I have been thinking maybe in her brain she feels like there was something inappropriate happening on set. Maybe in her brain she's like, that wasn't in the script. Like, you're holding me too tight. Oh my gosh, why when we go back to dancing you're like, all of that. You know, it could be that she really believes she was harassed. But we'll talk more about that. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Huge hugs, loads of love. Please be sure to put in the comments what you think below. Take care, everyone. Huge hugs, loads of love. Big blessings. Be good to yourself out there. Thanks for chilling and chatting with me. I'm Sister Cerise.